Good morning, welcome back to a new video. As you saw in the previous video, we painted this and all the seats and pretty much all the metals that we took out. But in this video, we are gonna get everything back in. We are gonna upholster it, so we're gonna put all the upholstery on it, and we're also gonna do the roof. Something we did not want to do, but it needs to be done because it's all broken and leaking inside and was holding on barely. So we're gonna take all that metal off and gonna put the leather on. Our other tractor has that leather and it's holding up really well. So it is like really good for this weather. And even if it lasts a few years, 5 years, then you change it, it's still gonna be better. If we put something like that, it is not so cheap and it's not so easy to do as some leatherette. So yeah, we're gonna do that, and then we're also gonna clean out the floor. The floor is still messy, all the junk went in there. We're gonna see if we wanna also paint it maybe black. But for now, we just wanna clear it and have it all clean and fresh because it's harder to drive with all that junk in there. So yeah, let's get started.
So we have cleaned most of the gunk over here. We're not gonna get too much into it. We just wanted to make it a bit more clean for us to be able to step a bit easier. And yeah, we will get back to it. We will clean it more and we will paint it. But let's get started to make this hood over here and the seat so we can sit normally again. So let's get started with restoring those things.
Hopefully it's not too much. Not really much there. So we want to replace this piece. As you see, it's just a bit too far gone, so it's not really reusable. Went to the store to see if they have one, and they didn't have it. And the other store that has it, one sheet like this, a bit bigger, costs 50 euros. So really not worth it for the thickness of this plywood. I don't get why is it so expensive. But yeah, this we got from our neighbors. They had one, they didn't need it. So we're gonna use this one and replace it. It's a bit actually thicker. This is a lot skinnier, and this is like maybe twice the fatness. So a lot sturdier, so it should be a lot better. So now what we have to do is we have to take this wood off, measure it, put them on top of each other and cut it out. So we have exactly the same shape.
Perfect.
So we have made the wood shell and also the back. Now we have to upholster it because we want it protected. So we're gonna use this leatherette. So let's go inside, cut it, and staple it on. Hopefully that's easy and quick. Let's get started.
Pepper?
Come, Pepper, look at this. So it's all done, as you can see, our professional upholstery job. I mean, we are not experts, but we did a pretty good job, I think. It is all very nice and flush. It looks a lot better than I expected. So yeah, let's put this down and continue on with the next one. Then we're gonna go put everything together.
Yeah, because we're gonna put this one because we have to put the seat first. So we're gonna do the seat.
The seat goes from the top. That just looks extremely professional.
Pretty good of us. Pretty good. So this one obviously we cannot staple because it's on metal. So what we have figured out we're gonna do is, David has, as you saw in the past video, we drilled some holes and we're gonna use some very fat string. So we probably are just gonna sew it on and hopefully that's gonna work. We have not done that before, so yeah, let's get started and we're gonna keep you updated how it's going.
So the seat is done, as you see. It was quite a nightmare yesterday when we were doing the last cushioning. We actually finished at like 12:30 in the night. My fingers, I could not bend them like this. They were starting to hurt so much. So anyone doing upholstery as their job, really like, that's a hard job to do. I can't imagine. And we're not doing it properly. We're doing it just, you know, folding it. You should like cut it and do it properly. Anyways, so it was quite of a challenge, first time for everything, so we learned it, and now I imagine that next time we could do it even better. The hardest part was that we needed to stitch it on metal. Unlike the roof that we just staple on, this one was on metal, so you can't just use staples and quickly pull it on staple. It was painful, long job of going through and tightening it. This nylon string though is really strong and tight, so this is gonna like last quite a while. And yeah, as you saw, we did one single cushion on the top and 2 on the bottom. So the bottom is a lot softer. It's really comfy to sit on.
And it's pretty much made for it. Like, it fits perfect. It's like, kind of, it had to be like that.
Exactly. So if we did it 1, it would be like a gap here, and since we did 2, it's exactly like that.
Yeah.
So perfect.
And we also learned by the stitching, we did it like all around.
First time we did it all around, which
and it
was
looked like
mistake.
a sock. It looked like a sock. Like, you could pull it, and it was not like attached to the metal. For me, it was like it had to be attached.
Yeah.
And then what we did, we just like, I don't know if you could see it in the video, but we looped it. Yeah.
And which self-tightened. So each of these are self-tightened, so if you even cut it, you can't undo it really easily. So that's going to be kind of future-proofing. If you break one thread, it's not going to all just undo itself. So yeah, in that sense, it's going to be perfect. Now, of course, once you screw it down, it also squeezes it at the bottom where the screws are, squeezes against there, and it also prevents it from coming loose. So I think it's going to last quite a while, and in a few years, maybe we change it if it's worn down. But yeah, it's gonna look pretty nice. And the tractor from outside is not gonna look the best, but from inside it's gonna look amazing. So yeah, let's go and put it on.
Yes, so we can see how it looks together.
And then test it out.
Yes. Well, this seat is definitely much more comfortable than the blue one. I've also driven the blue one, so I can kind of compare it. I cannot compare it to how it was before, because I was too disgusted to even like sit in it for long. Like, definitely not drive. I mean, it was not driving for long, so yeah, I didn't get to try it before. But it's definitely much more comfy, as I said, than the other one. And yeah, I think we have done a very good job. It feels very nice and comfy in there, and the seat also is like perfect. I can reach the pedals, and the steering wheel is not in my way. So yeah, very happy that it's still running after the work we put in. And yeah, we have a lot of more work to do, but I think that's pretty much it with this video, and we're gonna see you in the next one. Now we can get back to work in the basement. Let's get going.